Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about what old pennies might be worth, rarest coins, today's video is for you. We're going to dive deep into one of the most interesting coins in US history, the 1971 Lincoln penny. What makes this penny so special? Well, it's not just any regular coin. Some 1971 pennies are worth a lot more than just 1 cent. In fact, they've been known to sell for over $1 million. That's right, a penny, worth over $1 million. How is that possible? Stick around to find out. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been part of U.S. currency since 1909, and it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president. The coin honors Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, who served from 1861 until his assassination in 1865 in 1909. The U.S. Mint released the first version of the Lincoln penny to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The design featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, and on the reverse, the coin originally had an image of 2 wheat stalks, which is why these coins are often referred to as wheat pennies. Fast forward to 1959, the wheat design was replaced with the current shield design, which is what we see today. However, the 1971 Lincoln penny, which features the familiar portrait of Lincoln and the simple "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" inscriptions, marks an important year in its own right. Now, let's talk specifically about the 1971 penny. This coin is part of the series that ran from 1959 to 2008, before it was replaced with the Union Shield reverse in 2010. The 1971 penny was struck with a copper composition and weighs 3.11 grams. Its obverse, as mentioned earlier, shows the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse features the traditional 1 cent inscription with a simple design that's been a staple in U.S. currency. But here's where things get interesting. While most 1971 pennies are just your standard circulating coins worth 1 cent, there are rare and valuable varieties that can be worth much more than face value. So, what makes the 1971 penny stand out from the rest? The key factor here is the presence of a rare variety of the coin. A 1971 penny that was minted with an error. Specifically, there was a small batch of pennies that were struck with a rare double die error. This means that the die used to stamp the design onto the coin was misaligned, creating a doubled image on the obverse of the penny. This particular error creates an obvious and noticeable doubling effect, especially on the word Liberty and the date 1971. The doubled image is usually visible under magnification, and it's highly sought after by coin collectors because of how rare these error coins are. In fact, some 1971 double die pennies have sold for tens of thousands, and there's even one that went for a record-breaking price, over $1.3 million. This was one of the rarest of the rare 1971 double die pennies, and it was graded at a perfect MS67 by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare 1971 double die pennies? The key is to look closely at the details on the coin. Here's what to do. 1. Check the date and Liberty. Look closely at the word Liberty and the date 1971. If you see a clear doubling or shadow effect on the letters and numbers, that's a good indicator of a double die error. 2. Use magnification. It's often hard to spot the doubling with the naked eye, so using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can help you identify the error more clearly. 3. Look for clear, raised images. The doubling effect should appear as raised images or extra lines in the design, especially around the letters. 4. Get it professionally graded. If you think you have a valuable 1971 penny, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable grading service like NGC or PCGS. A coin's grade can greatly affect its value. Let's talk about value. If you find a 1971 double die penny, don't just rush to spend it. This coin is worth far more than its face value, especially if it's in excellent condition. The value can range from a few $100s for a less-than-perfect specimen to hundreds of thousands of dollars for one in mint condition. But the real kicker is the one that sold for $1.3 million. That coin was graded as a perfect MS67, meaning it was in almost flawless condition. The combination of rarity and condition made this particular coin